Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I wanted to say a quick hello to everybody, introduce myself. My name's Cameron Harris. I'm the founder of Truth. Now, some of you may have heard of Truth, some of you may have not heard of Truth, but essentially we are an online weight loss and body transformation company, and we help business leaders to look, move and feel 10 years younger. So I wanted to kind of highlight a little bit of a kind of, not a debate, but something that's kind of been in the spotlight within the health and fitness space for quite a while now. Now, clearly when COVID hit, we were forced online and it was a new thing for us. I mean, some of us were embracing it. Some of us weren't so tech savvy. I'll be totally frank with you, totally honest with you. Us as a company, we were very much face to face. We were very much gym owners, gym people. So us kind of going online was something that we were forced into do. But now, nearly 2 years down the line, things have changed. So I wanted to kind of highlight and discuss really the difference between online and face-to-face gyms, and look at kind of the drawbacks, the pros, the cons effectively of both of these different models. Now both have got massive benefits, both are positive, both are driven towards people getting results, which essentially is the reason that you exercise, you work out, you eat right, is because there's some kind of goal that you want to achieve, whether it's want to lose weight, or you want to get fit and healthy, or you want to reverse health implications, whatever it may be. That when you join a gym or you join an online program, essentially you're doing that for a reason, and that's personal to you. But kind of as business owners, as gym owners, we've been on both sides of both sides of this coin. Really, we've ran gyms. So those of you that don't know, we used to operate our gym facility from the Private Members Club, which was called the Devonshire Club, which is kind of just over the road to Liverpool Street Station in a little place called the Devonshire Square. And we were there for 4 years. Before that, we operated our business from gyms in Shoreditch. So we've always kind of ran gym facilities. We kind of always run transformation programs from the City of London. So we've got a deep knowledge of kind of the city and, insurance industry, finance, law, all those kind of, industries where people are busy and they're stressed and they're tired. So we've got a deep knowledge of that. So we used to operate our gym facilities, and then we went online as we are now. So we've got real good insight into the differences between both and the pros and the cons of both. So hopefully after this live, we can kind of give you a bit of clarity on what maybe would work best for you, and give you a bit more of a kind of, an idea and insight into maybe the best choices for you and how you're best going to get your results. Now, I've done both. We've done both. We've done online and offline. I want to give you this as an unbiased opinion as possible. Clearly, we are online now, but I've seen both sides of it. So I want to make sure that this is, pretty impartial, because, I'm not leaning towards one way or the other, really. It just depends on what works for you. And there's enough people in the world to fill gyms up and to fill online coaching programs up. So, let's give you an impartial kind of, view of what this looks like. So essentially, let's look at kind of gyms first. So, physical gyms, big box gyms. When you look at big box gyms, it's things like your Nuffield, your Gym Boxes, your David Lloyd's. They're big box gyms. They're facilities that can hold huge amounts of members. Essentially, they're looking. Their model essentially is get as many people through the door, and they know that quite a lot of people aren't going to turn up. That's how they essentially make their money. They know that as long as they keep the lights on, as long as they've got it run with staff and they've got those kind of add-ons and the memberships charged at a high enough price, they know essentially that probably 60% of the people that join the club aren't actually going to be present. So they're not going to cost them any money, because there's only 40% that actually use the facility. That is essentially how big box gyms make their money, and how you've heard of sleeper members. That's people that they know that are going to pay every month between £100 and £200 and never really show up. That does kind of open up the kind of conversation on high ticket memberships, Gym Boxes, David Lloyd's, Nuffields. Generally they're the more expensive versions, but now you've got like your pure gyms and your gyms, and they're kind of just packing as many people as they physically can. And I don't know if you've ever been, in either of those, but to compare, a David Lloyd, for example, it's going to be really nicely done. It's going to be lots of space. There's going to be always going to get lockers. There's going to be a swimming pool. There's going to be maybe tennis courts as well. It's generally somewhere that, it's going to be very comfortable and quite luxurious to do your exercise. Equinox is another version, third space. These city-based ones. So high-end, £200 a month, quite reasonably exclusive, maybe a couple thousand members. Then you go to pure gyms and your gyms and the gyms and all those kind of, 24-hour type things. They're going to be much, much cheaper, but essentially they're going to pack you in as tight as they possibly can, like sardines, right? And I've actually trained a couple of times at the Pure Gym in Aldgate. Those that haven't been there, is in the bottom of the JLT building, and it is a absolute crazy place. During lunchtime, you climb over people, there's towels everywhere, there's queues for the running machines. Essentially, you're paying less, and the reason you're paying less is because there's more people in there. And it's done to not as high a spec, and you have to be okay with waiting for stuff, unless you can train at 5:30 or 5 in the morning. That's kind of your big box gyms. So generally, the main benefits of joining a big box gym is that you can go there when you want. Depending on the level that you go for, it's a reasonably nice place to work out. There's lots and lots of equipment, so that's a major benefit or major perk of having access to a big box gym. The drawback of that is that most people don't know how to use half of it. And when we talk to people, generally speaking, people use like 3 to 4 bits of kit. They've got all these mad machines in there, and people are using the running machine, they're using the cross trainer, they may be using the lat pull down and the bench press. They're not really doing, using the whole range of equipment, really. They're only using 3 to 4 pieces of equipment. So that for me kind of like is what most people go for. And again, the drawback would be is that there's no real structure. You don't really get a structured program. You might get like a coach or a gym instructor, which is kind of the lowest level of qualification within our industry. Really, is what you kind of all start at. You might get a gym instructor, getting one of those cards out, and then writing you a little program of do some lat pull downs, do some bench press, whatever it might be. But it's fairly generic. It's just them, again, just trying to keep you on board as a customer and essentially trying to get you into personal training, which really is kind of where, if you want to get results on some level, that's really where you want to go, because fitness is a crazy world and most people think that they can kind of work it out themselves. And generally speaking, it's a very, very small percentage of people that get themselves results. And even the ones that are getting themselves results, often they're creating damage in the body, or they're, causing injury, or they're overtraining, or they're not really getting the results they think they're getting. So you're talking about a very, very small percent of people that actually can work this stuff out for themselves. So that's kind of like your big box gyms. Then when you go to kind of like more the boutique spaces, which is really where we used to operate, so much lower kind of membership rate, so much smaller, probably 100 to 500 members, something like that. The major benefits of being in somewhere like that is it's going to be much more community based. So you're going to be doing classes with people, you're going to be training in small groups, you're going to have that community feeling, which is great for motivation. It's great for being able to stay on plan. It's going to be great because you're meeting people outside of the gym. It's just that nice community feeling. And we've got our friends down at Shoreditch CrossFit, down in Rivington Street, which is where we used to operate our business from. So Tony and Margie over there, they've got an amazing space over there. And those of you that are looking for community, like Tony popped down there last week, and it's got a couple of weeks ago, and they've got a great community down there now. So that is like a real cool boutique place to train, because there's amazing classes there, there's amazing people, and that boutique feel is really, I think it's like the sweet spot for gym spaces, because you get high level of coaching. So generally speaking, the coaches in boutique places, boutique gyms, small spaces, they're going to be much more highly qualified, and I can testify to the guys down there, they're of a much higher standard, which means that you're getting better personal training, getting better coaching, and also you've got that community which keeps you kind of accountable to your program and to your results. It's a little bit of a snowball effect when you are working in somewhere like that, because you can see people get results. I see them getting results with your own eyes every time you get in there. You see people working out every day, and it gives you that kind of motivation, that drive to just keep going, which really is is the key to results, right? So definitely boutique gyms. If you're looking for a gym space, if you're looking to, be training with people, that is the kind of gym that I would recommend if you're going for results. Now, if you're not going for results, if you just, like some of my old clients, like to go to David Lloyd and have a coffee and just chat to the people that are there and play tennis now and again and sit in the sauna, big box gyms, high-end big box gyms, they're going to be places that you kind of, you want to be around. If you actually want to get results, I would say that more of your small boutique group kind of places, like I say, down in Shoreditch, we know the guys at Shoreditch CrossFit down Riverton Street, that would be the kind of place you really want to go and be part of the community and start getting real results, train with people and getting good coaching. Now that's kind of like the gym side of things, right? They're kind of like your major options. Now, let's talk specifically about, some of our clients that are city-based, people that are, business owners, people that are business leaders, people that are CEOs, CMOs, CIOs, all that kind of senior executive level that we generally deal with, with our city-based clients. Now, and this again, we used to run a boutique gym right in the heart of the city, so we couldn't have got really too much closer to where our clients operate and ran their businesses from. You're not far from Lime Street, you're not far from the city, you're not far from Aldgate. You're pretty central where we work, Devonshire Club. And one of the major drawbacks for people like that are extremely stressed out, so they're always stressed, they're always running teams, you've got the pressure of money, the pressure of paying everybody. One of the, that's a key factor. Also, they're very, very busy. So they're always in meetings with board of directors, they're meeting new clients, they're meeting, their teams, they're, meeting to their direct reporting managers as well. So, and they're entertaining a lot. So they're always out eating, drinking. So the kind of drawback of a gym for clients like that, people that need to get in fairly regularly to get results, is that getting into the gym can be quite difficult. And again, this is run from running a gym in the heart of the city for 4 years. You need to understand that these people, when they're really, really busy, when they are stressed out, when they're always on the fly, and I can testify to the fact they're always on the run, right? They're always trying to, get to next meeting or get to next thing, and they're always on the run. So what often happens is they're running late. So instead of having, 45-minute session, they have a 30-minute session. Then they're on the phone, they're like, okay, I've got something coming in, I've got an email coming in. And really and truly, it's quite difficult to get a really good session out of people that are that busy when they've got to go to physical premises. So whether they go first thing in the morning, so they're coming off the train, get straight into the gym, that can have issues where, you've got the train running late, or you missed the train you should have got on, or there's traffic, or, you're not feeling great, or whatever it might be. There's lots and lots of reasons for you to, get to that session late. Sometimes they get an email on their phone as they're walking in. It's just quite difficult. And again, we've practiced this many, many times, so it can be a bit of a challenge. Then you got people that want to come in the middle of the day. That is, for me, if you're a business leader, someone who's running a business, running teams, is very, very, very difficult, because stuff happens. As you know, as soon as the clock hits 9 o'clock in the morning, you are going to have calls and meetings getting booked into your diary. So generally speaking, people that want to, clients that want to come in at 11, 12 in the day, they're either moving it, or they're coming really late, or they're having to delay it. So again, it's the actual getting someone in the gym. What we also find as a drawback of kind of getting that type of client into the gym as well is like communication throughout the day, because they're busy doing other stuff. So even when they're not in the gym with you, it's quite difficult to communicate with them when they're actually out and about doing stuff. One of the positives of having a gym space in the heart of the city for those kind of clients is that it's not too, it's not that far for them to go. So it's not a million miles away, but when they are out for meetings, it can be quite difficult. So that's kind of like, looking at the, I suppose the pros and a few of the cons of gyms, of big box gyms, boutique gyms, group training gyms, stuff like that. Now let's talk about online. And, we are an online company now. We're an online weight loss and body transformation company. Essentially, that's what we do day in, day out. As you can see behind me, some examples of clients. So, the drawbacks of online are that you are in front of someone face to face, like you're not able to touch them and, be able to move their body around. That would be a major drawback of, online training. So, if you're someone that needs to have someone in front of you, if you're someone that needs to have that physical contact, clearly online is not going to be for you. And that's cool. There's lots of options out there for you. However, I would say, hand on heart, that the results we get for people online are far superior to the results for people offline. Now, again, this is through running transformation programs, weight loss programs, online and offline. And there's a few reasons for that. Now, I'd say that let's focus specifically on the kind of clients that we spoke about previously. And maybe there's some of you guys watching this now that are, CEOs, CMOs, senior executives, people that are busy, stressed out, always on the run, right? Let's talk specifically about you for a moment, because when you are in that position, you're going to struggle to get into the gym. You're always busy, you're always rushing around, you're always kind of hard to get hold of. Online can really be a game changer. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, and let's talk specifically about us for a moment, because I know us as an example. I know lots of other online coaches that get great results and they're fantastic. I'm just talking about specifically about what we do, because obviously I've got a knowledge of what we do because I do it every day. So there's a couple of things that we have that, make us unique, or at least make us, one of the top transformations companies in the country, I would say, hand on heart. And that's blowing smoke up my own arse, I know, but there you go. It is what it is. So we've got an application. So we've got our own app where you can track your steps, you can track your food, you can track your sleep. Also, you kind of, you've got a messaging system through there. So we can actually get hold of clients wherever they are, and also whenever, so if they're in Dubai on business or in New York on business, we can communicate through that app really quick, really easily, really simply. And also what the app does is it gives the client kind of habits to check in with, and also accountability that comes through the app naturally, because the app will tell you, hey, look, it's Monday morning, you need to do A, B, and C. For example, it might be you need to drink 2 litres of water today. When the client's drunk 2 litres of water, they can just stick it and go, hey, I've done that. I've been held accountable by the app and the program that was created for me. Second one might be, eat high protein breakfast. Okay, tick, done it. Third one might be get 10,000 steps in. Now, clearly their Fitbit or their Apple Watch will tag into that app. So then suddenly, without having to have too much contact time, which can be difficult because people are busy, rushing around, the client has already had to be accountable to their program because it's in the app, it's in front of them, it's on their phone. And if they haven't done that, then we can hold them accountable and go, hey, John, Jane, Adam, hey, you've not done your steps, or you've not done your protein, or you've not done your whatever. And it means they've got accountability to the program, to the app, and to us. So you've kind of got threefold accountability, which works really, really well, because you've got people that, are busy and rushing around, and it takes you 30 seconds to open your app and go, hey, I know I've got to do this. I was going to get a phone call and someone's going to be driving me mad effectively. So that's one kind of part of it. Also, you can deliver training programs through our app, which means that, you can build a program out for somebody, a tailored program. You can show them the movements through videos and through descriptions, and they can put in their own information. So, if there's someone that likes to train at 5:30 in the morning, we do personal training at that time, but, it's reasonably inconvenient for everybody. We do get clients that want to train at 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. You can just open your app up whenever you want. You could do it Sunday at 3 in the morning if you want, but it just means that you can go on there, hit start, and you can go for your workout. And then the app says, hey, you've done a great job. We then get notified. So it means we can keep people accountable wherever they are, whatever time zone. Just to give you an idea, we've got clients in Australia, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, America, parts of Europe, so Greece, France. So you've got clients all over the world now. So time zones becomes less of an issue as well, because basically you can go in the app whenever you want. You're still being held accountable to it throughout the day. So that's kind of one of the major benefits of the app and how that works. And also, having that in your pocket all the time means that even when we're not with the client, they know that the app is going to be pinging and telling them to do something, or, they've got to be held accountable to it, or they're going to be getting a phone call. So for me, and again, doing this for many, many years now, it's a better process than a call or WhatsApp exclusively, because they are held accountable themselves. They're like, it's there. They know the phone's here, and they know they've got stuff to do, so they get on with it at some point when they can. The other kind of benefit of online is that you can kind of offer a lot of flexibility around where people train, when people train, and what equipment they have. Now, again, when you go into a gym, you're quite restricted on times, because, there might be a class at 7:30, class at 8:30. You might have a PT session at 6:30, whatever it might be. There's a couple of different restrictions on that. One is the fact that if you miss your class or miss your personal training session, you're going to miss it. You're probably going to get charged for it, which means you've missed out twofold. You missed your workout and you get charged for it. That's generally what happens when you miss classes or you miss personal training sessions with a solo trainer. They don't have the flexibility to, kind of be flexible and move and do different timings. Also, when you are in a gym, you have to work with the equipment that is there. It has to kind of work for your specific program. Now, when you're online, really you can do workouts with nothing. You can do workouts with bands. If you've got a few bits of equipment, whether it's dumbbells or kettlebells, if you've got a full gym in your house, because it's online, you're not really restricted. So say, for example, 1 week you're at home, let's say, and you've got some dumbbells and kettlebell. So you can be given a tailored program that works around that. If you're doing personal training online, they can work around what you've got. If you're then in Dubai for a week on business and you've got a small gym, you can then do that online. So, if you've got access to a lat pull down or treadmill, then your coach can give you a program that's based around the stuff that you now have. So you see how it's really flexible. So it depends on what you've got. If you're just starting your journey, we've got clients that get amazing results with just body weight, by the way. You don't really need a gym, especially if you're a weight loss client. You don't really need a gym to get yourself in shape. Really, you just need some space and a coach, a good coach that's going to run you through a good program and hold you accountable to that program. So you get that flexibility where, we can work with whatever you have and wherever you are and whatever you do. We train clients on verandas in Italy where they're, away on business. If you're a member of a gym, you just can't do that because you're not in a gym unless they have an online facility. But generally speaking, when a company's just online, they're super flexible. They can work different time zones. They can work around every situation you could possibly imagine, apart from, training the tube. That won't work. And also one of the major kind of benefits of online is that the program can be really flexible, and also, it can be done over the longer term. So, with a company like ours, we generally start with like a 6-week program. That's our 6-week rapid results program, or our BTS 600. They're kind of two different variations of the same program. Essentially, we're going to help you to build the habits. We're going to help you start eating right. We're going to help you start losing weight and getting results as quickly as possible. Once that 6 weeks is done, 6 to 12 weeks, depending on the goal of the client, we can then map you out a longer term program, which again it's not going to stall when you go on holiday. It's not going to stall when you're not feeling great. It's not going to stall when you're busy, because it works around your busy schedule. That's the major difference that I've found, and why I find online works really well. Because if you're a busy entrepreneur, busy business owner, if you're a busy mum, it's just super flexible, and it can just ebb and flow with you as a client, and ebb and flow with your, where you are and what you're doing. We often get clients say, "Oh, hey, I'm going on holiday next week. Can I pause my program?" No, you can't, because you get results despite being on holiday. This is the thing, and we will hold you accountable to that. If you're going to Spain for a week, okay, enjoy yourself, weigh yourself in twice, but then do your workouts. Do 2 workouts for me, so you can see how you've not fallen off plan. We've not just let you go, "Oh, hey, yeah, let me go crazy." We're going to keep you on plan, enjoy yourself, but we're going to be here to keep you on plan, make sure we're supporting you. And it's all on an app, so the app follows you everywhere. As long as you've got Wi-Fi, which most places have, you're going to get results, okay? And at the end of the day, as I've said in previous videos, if you really want to get results, you can't be using excuses like, I'm going on holiday, or I've got a drinks thing, or I've got this, I've got that. You need to get results despite that. And I feel that online really is the future of that working for most people. Gyms are always going to be there. They're fantastic places to be. high energy, lots of motivation, some fantastic coaches, and they really do work. However, specifically for people that are really busy, that are stressed out, that are tired, that have entertained, have a lot going on all the time, and lots of reasons not to get in shape, I feel that online really is the future of what's going to get people, that even the hardest to get in shape, and we work with some of the hardest people to get in shape, online is definitely going to be the better fit for people like that. Anyway, so guys, have a great day and we'll catch up very soon. I'm off to the New Forest tomorrow. Hopefully it stays sunny-ish and doesn't rain, it's not freezing. Anyway, catch you very soon. And I've been Cameron Harris, the co-founder of Truth, and we'll catch up very soon.